What is a soundstage? The soundstage is width from left to right and depth from front to back. There are many ways to achieve these results, and I'll cover a few later in this video. But for now, pause if you want to listen to either of these songs, but I'm not going to play them here for copyright reasons. But I'm going to show you a few pictures of drawn sound stages. So the first one is Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd. And the little U at the bottom is your head from a top-down view. Those are your ears on the side or the headphones. So what I'm hearing in the song are two different guitars to my immediate left and right. All the way in the back, because there's a lot, it's just drowned in reverb and it sounds far away, are the children's chorus. That's very wide. In front of that, I heard a solo guitar. In front of that, I heard a kick and a hat slightly to the right. In front of that, I heard the lead vocals, which were again kind of wide. I think they were layered. In front of that, very small, it's kind of feels really centered, is the bass. And there are other elements in that song as well, other guitars, but let's just stick with what we have here for right now. But these are not going to be completely accurate. They're meant to just give you an idea of what a soundstage is. Usually you'd make things bigger in the drawing if they're more prominent, smaller if they're less prominent, but it's meant to just demonstrate the depth of a song, something that sounds far away versus close, right up in your face, and also left to right. A much better representation of width. This other song called Sileypud. Now this is a binaural recording. I'll touch on binaural recordings a bit later in this video, and this only works for headphones, so please only listen to this song Sileypud with headphones on to really get all you can out of this song. So here's the picture. Again, you sitting front and center, and to my immediate left, I'm hearing some pianos. A little farther, I'm hearing some tuba, some of the bass in the tuba. To my right, it kind of sounds like a clarinet. I'm not exactly sure, so I didn't write anything down. But it sounds like there's two clarinets, one more to my right, one a little bit pushed a little bit more north. But there's distinctively two of them. Really far away, it's very faint. I hear some kind of a snare drum. Very far, it kind of sounds center. And again, to my far right, I hear a banjo being played very lightly. Let's talk about what you can do with your soundstage and your songs. If you're working in any DAW, you should be familiar with the pan pot, the knob or knobs that let you send the signal to either the left or the right channels. This is the easiest way to widen your mix, just simply by panning. If you have several high-mid synths or guitars, you may pan one to the left and the other to the right to increase the individual definition of each sound and create a bigger overall sound. That's kind of what they did with the Another Brick in the Wall song. I heard two different guitars being distinctively played. There were other guitars in the song, but it really made the song wide. Elements like a kick drum or a bass guitar are usually panned center because they are the backbone of the song. Low end is harder to reproduce and requires more power to push more air, so it's easier to split the load between two speakers instead of one. The real reason we decided to put bass in the center was because of the way that we recorded on vinyl records. But that's a tale for another time, so I'll digress. Another way to simulate width is using delay, just like they did in the song Sileypud. Even if you delay a sound by only a few milliseconds, the first wave to hit your ear will tell your brain where the sound is coming from, even if it's the same volume level in both the left and the right speakers. Now this is a crazy trick engineers use to trick your brain, but be careful how much you use it. It can cause elements of your mix to disappear from the soundstage if it's played on a mono speaker like your phone. Now onto depth. A vocalist may opt to have their vocals dry and center for an in-your-face experience, or they may drown it in reverb and delay to make it sound like it's in the center of an arena. Delay and reverb, while essentially they're the same thing in varying degrees, are great tools to mold the setting of your song. Are you in a small, dark club? Make your mix a bit darker and add some short, dark reverb. Or are you playing in a church where there's going to be a lot of reverb and a lot of reflections bouncing off all the walls and the high ceilings before finally reaching your ears? It might sound a bit weird if one instrument sounded like it was being recorded in a bedroom, another in a stadium, and another in a washing machine. And yes, with the right reverb and EQ, you can model almost any space you put your mind to, including washing machines, tin cans, a refrigerator. This method is called convolution reverb, where people take impulse responses of rooms and feed it back into a program that makes your sound like it was played back in that room or space. Some parting words of advice are to really think about a stage that the music is being played on before mixing. Knowing where you want the instruments to sit in the mix will not only improve the experience for you as the mixer, but for the audience as well. For more information on mixing and adding width and depth to your song, check out my other video here. And if you have any questions or if there's something I wasn't clear about, please let me know in the comments. And please like this video if you liked it, dislike this video if it sucked. Thanks for watching, everyone. Never stop making music.